Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I know I've been really slack and it's been a good 6 weeks since I've vlogged. Sorry, all tongue-tied already. As you probably know if you follow me on Instagram, Ingy Mum Loves, no A on the end. Ingy Mum Love, you'll know that I had my 20-week scan yesterday. I am so blessed and so thankful that I've got to this stage. It feels surreal, honestly. I'm just absorbing every little minute and every drop of excitement because it's just a stage that I always believed I'd get to because I had self-belief, but it was just seeming so long away, and all the hurdles, the chemicals, the miscarriages, the dips and lows were catastrophic, as you know if you followed my journey. But we got there, blessed with a pregnancy end of July, just as Vashti saw. It was going to be a fire sign baby. This is definitely going to be a fire sign. Don't know whether I'm having a boy or girl, didn't want to find out. I'm just so thankful that the baby seems healthy and happy and moving lots. I did go into the scan and the first thing I said is, I just want to know the baby's healthy and growing well. I don't want to know the sex. I always say that because I don't want any slip-ups when they say, oh, she's lovely or he's lovely. I just love the surprise. The element of surprise keeps me going through labour, and if any of you have had a baby already, you know that sort of labour time can seem like a marathon rather than a sprint, and it just keeps me going thinking, is it a boy, is it a girl? It's so exciting, and I love the fact that, you know, I sort of can go out and buy baby clothes after the baby's born and things like that. So yeah, so we're going sort of neutral colours, hoping for just a healthy baby and fingers crossed to a straightforward birth and pregnancy. Okay, feeling wise, the sickness eased off at 16 weeks. I still threw up in the morning at 17 weeks. Whenever I'm highly stressed or a little bit dehydrated, not had enough water, I do get really dizzy and feel fairly sick. But like I say, my actual morning sickness properly eased off at 16 weeks. And then I was sick last week, but I think that was because I was so stressed out packing lunch boxes, telling the children off. It was a really stressful time last week. And I was sick then, and I was sick also, I think it was Children in Need Day, because I was trying to get the kids ready for Children in Need Day for school, which is obviously the charity day where they wear some pudsey clothes and things like that. And I just think when my life's a little bit stressful, or I'm worried, or the anxiety gets me, which it can do sometimes, I'm still going to the loo thinking, please God, don't let there be blood. If it gets on top of me, I can be sick like that. But the morning sickness for me stopped at 16 weeks. Like literally, it was a few days and I thought, oh, I can drink a coffee now. That doesn't taste too bad. It was a bit like that. So it did sort of hit me straight away feeling okay. However, I'm still not good with mint. Completely gone off mint. As you know, I'm a peppermint tea drinker. The thought of a peppermint tea, even talking about it, makes me feel horrible. And brushing my teeth is a real obstacle. I've had to go and get some medical toothpaste and Corsadil just to use like once or twice a week, just to make sure that I am getting any bacteria out, because I know it's TMI, but literally I know you're meant to brush your teeth 2 minutes twice a day at least. I normally do my teeth 2 or 3 times a day, plus I floss day and night. Haven't been able to floss very often because it just makes me reach so badly. I believe that's a common issue for quite a lot of pregnant women, that they might get bleeding gums or they don't like the sensation of the toothpaste. I just cannot stand the mint. Literally, as soon as I start brushing, about 3 or 4 seconds into it, I'm reaching. And brushing my tongue, oh my goodness, although you'd normally do that twice a day, oh, I have to go like that and I'm like, so it's really bad. The brushing the teeth and the mint is still a big horrible no-no at the moment. I'm literally probably brushing my teeth for 3 minutes a day and flossing every other day, which is so bad. But I don't eat a lot of sweet things. I might have like the odd cake, now it's Christmas, like mince pie, but I'm not a massive sweetie person. I won't have like bags of sweets. My little downfall is dark chocolate, which I've been off of, but I have just started eating that the last week. I bought a bar of chocolate from Waitrose last week and I've really been savouring, like maybe having the odd bit. I'm not a massive chocolate person at the moment, so again, chocolate I'm not banging to like I used to be. Coffee I'm back on to, long as it's just one a day, like a latte. Mint still can't hack, as in toothpaste, mint tea, anything like that. Trying to think quickly how I feel. Well, I'm in the car at the moment. My 10-year-old's playing football, a 9-year-old coming up 10, and it was so flipping cold. I watched the first half and I'm like to Aaron, I've got to get in the car and warm my toasties up. I'm absolutely freezing, and I've got so many layers on. I've got a Christmas jumper, a thermal, a cardigan, a thermal scarf, a hat, and I had a coat on as well. I was absolutely bloody freezing. So I'm just trying to get a little vlog in, and maybe I can team it up with a bit more in a couple of days and then put it on. Or if this seems quite good, I might just put it on so you've got a little snippet of something to say that, hey, I'm alive, hey, it's going well, please still follow me and keep the faith. It's just, I've tried to just absorb all the enjoyment out of this because I've been waiting so long for it. It felt like an eternity. Although I know some of you out there are still trying. You've been a lot longer than me. Some of you aren't blessed already with children. I do know how lucky I am. I really do. And I'm not taking anything for granted. It's just, I just feel, Sarah, who follows me on Instagram, said, you've got there in the end, all the belief and the vitamins. And I said it was a labour of love. It truly was. There was times when it was so dark for me. When I had my second miscarriage, I was so gutted. Vashti saw the first one, so I was sort of prepared. Second one was a total bolt out the blue, and I was so gutted. And then that's when I thought there must be a progesterone issue. And then obviously the chemicals just got my hopes up and then crushed them to bits. And I had 3 chemicals, 4 if we don't know about that dodgy test, do we, from Wilco's, which was ages ago. But there was some really good news on the news last week, which I wanted to mention in my vlogs, that now Tommy's charity, who support people who've had stillbirths, premature births, and premature death in babies and infants, have managed to flag up to the government about prescribing progesterone for people who have recurrent miscarriages. There used to always be, you had to have 3 recurrent miscarriages to qualify for the progesterone. As I was telling you at the beginning of my journey, they were really reluctant to give it to me because 1, I already had children, 2, I'd only had 2 classified miscarriages whilst trying, even though I said, well, I've had 3 if you count the one before my 3rd baby. They were like, no, well, you've had 2 in the space of time. It was really me pushing, saying, look, I'm healthy, my husband's healthy, we don't smoke, we don't drink, we get out quite a lot, I'm on vitamins, please, please, please let me have this progesterone. It was a lot of pushing from me that they finally said, go on, then we will. Now apparently, if you've been trying for 6 months to a year and you've had a miscarriage, they will prescribe it because it's not an expensive drug. They told me it was expensive and you just had to have 3 recurrent miscarriages to qualify because it could be chromosome issues causing the miscarriage or other issues, especially if you didn't have a child already, because there's nothing to say that your husband's blood group and your blood group might be a good match. So they were trying to see if that's to rule out first before they give progesterone. But now apparently Tommy's have pushed to say they could stop so many miscarriages happening and so much stress for couples trying if they just see it as an issue and prescribe progesterone to take as soon as you get a positive pregnancy test. They were saying it would prevent something like, I don't know the exact figures, but I think it was something like 8,000 miscarriages. It was quite a lot. It was a substantial enough to make me stop in my tracks. It was on Loose Women in the UK last week, flagged up also on the news. Such a good piece of information that now if you've had a miscarriage and your husband and you or your partner and you have been trying for quite some time to get pregnant and you get to that 5-week stage and keep miscarrying, or you've just had 1 miscarriage, you could always ask to be prescribed progesterone to see if it helps. Obviously there could be underlying health issues, there could be chromosome issues, blood group issues, but it's just such a good thing because I had about 6 months of really trying to persuade the gynecologist and, well, the GP to get in touch with the gynecologist to prescribe me that. And I think I could have got pregnant a lot sooner if I'd have had that. If they'd have given it to me the first time I miscarried, when I did say, could I possibly have progesterone? I've been trying 6 months, had a miscarriage. I really think it'll help me. If that GP had just said, yeah, let's go for it, and I had it there, when I got pregnant in the last time, I think if I'd have taken that, I wouldn't have miscarried because I felt like in the April, I think I would have not miscarried the end of May, like at 5-6 weeks, I think that would have been a proper pregnancy that would have been viable. However, I'm blessed now. I took the progesterone for the 16 weeks. My course ran out 2 days before 16 weeks, but the gyno was like, that's absolutely fine. We just want to make sure you've got enough. And it was, I think that's supported by pregnancy. But as I say now, you can actually get in touch with your GP now if you've miscarried, or I think you have to have 1 miscarriage now. They're saying you don't have to have 3, which was quite a lot of miscarriages and losses to go through mentally, physically, emotionally. So yeah, they're just saying if you've had a miscarriage, ask your GP to prescribe you progesterone. If the GP says to you, this is in the UK by the way, if the GP does say to you, well look, we're not, we just don't think that's an issue, you must push for it. You must say, no, look, I want the progesterone suppositories there. They're not expensive. I've experienced a miscarriage, so I know I can get pregnant. My periods and ovulation's regular. My husband's obviously got a viable seed because I've been pregnant. I want progesterone. Tommy's Charity have said we can actually get it. Mention the word Tommy's Charity. Mention that you've had a miscarriage, and you should be able to get a prescription which will give you a month's supply. So as soon as you get your BFP, your big fat positive, you can actually start taking the suppositories, which are either anally or vaginally, and that should hopefully get you the results you need. But definitely now it is all in motion, so that's good news. I'm feeling okay. I'm very tired, very stretchy. After my scan yesterday, I felt very tummy achy because they had to press quite a lot because the baby was very sleepy. But the baby looked at good size, good health, and all the limbs looked good. The brain and the heart looked good, so that's what I was happy with. Have no idea if it's a boy or girl, like I say. I am okay, guys. I will try and vlog very soon. I just wanted to give you an update to say everything's going well for me. The sickness is at bay, apart from feeling icky with mint and icky when I'm stressed. I've got the midwife the end of December now, and I have received a lot of gump through for scans. I'm getting scanned January, February, March, April, right up till I'm due. And also I've got my anti-D injections, I think 17th of January. But I have been really hassled about the COVID vaccination again. I'm not anti-vax. I want it done. I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to mix in big groups again. But right now, because I've had the losses, because this is such an amazing blessing, I don't want to risk anything. I had my flu jab yesterday, but like I said to the midwife that gave it to me, it's been well researched, the flu jab. It's been around a lot longer than the COVID vaccination. There's been so much, yes, get vaccinated, pregnant, no, don't get vaccinated. This can cause vaginal bleeding. This cannot cause... There's too much crap going in my head to go and get a COVID vaccination when I'm only 21 weeks pregnant. I do not want to miscarry. I can still miscarry a baby at this stage, at this stage. My baby probably wouldn't live if it was born now at 21 weeks. Do you know what I mean? The lungs are too weak, the baby's not formed. I just don't want to even think about it. I've got to try and stay as focused, relaxed, positive and calm as possible. Okay, so I've had my flu vaccination yesterday and the whooping cough to protect the baby when it's born, so I am covered for flu. I'm also wearing a mask in all places, never stop doing that. I've always done it for shopping, for enclosed spaces, queuing, things like that, and I've got alcohol gel at my beck and call all the time, and I'm not mixing in large groups. I've literally seen Kate, my best friend, for a coffee, and my friend Joe and my friend Rachel, and I've kept the door open when I've had deliveries from people who are still not wearing masks. And I haven't done any parties or anything. I'm not even doing a buffet this Christmas for my friends and family because I don't want to share food and risk germs. I'm just keeping it to my mum. My 2 best friends are coming around for a few drinks, and that is it, and we'll have windows open, so I'm really going to be cautious. I was going to get vaccinated with the first one at 30 weeks in February. I don't know that I want to do that. I really don't. I can see Aaron and my little boy coming now. I'm definitely not anti-vax. I definitely want it done, but my head is saying I might do it when the baby's born. Don't know yet. Definitely want to get vaccinated because we're thinking of going to Lapland next year with all the children. But I just don't know. My boys are going to football matches with my husband quite a lot, but he's been double vaxxed, and my older 2 have been vaxxed at school. The younger ones have had their flu vaccinations. Please don't think I'm anti-vax. Not that it really matters. I think you are what you are. You believe what you believe. And I don't, I've got lots of friends that don't believe in vaccinations. They're still my darling friends and I love them. Everybody's got their own reasons to be vegetarian, to be vegan, to be vaxxed, not to be vaxxed. Just if you're not vaxxed, wear a mask, wash your hands regularly, open windows when you're socialising, just common sense. My friend Katrina, who's pregnant also, due in March, she's vegan, but she's been vaxxed. She believes in vax, but she's not been COVID vaccinated. She caught COVID 2 weeks ago, and she said it was like a really, really bad strain of cold for her. She had to have a few days in bed. She was all right. There's been another pregnant woman that we know at football who had it quite bad, 2 weeks in bed, but treated it like the flu. I'm just praying I don't get it, and if I do, I'm just going to have to deal with it and hope to God I'll be all right with a bit of fresh air and rest and healthy food. I don't know. I'm not into salads and veg and all that at the moment. I have to really push myself, but I am eating healthy as much as I can. But I'm really not into like avocados, whole grain crackers, all of that. Can't deal with it at the moment. It is really just like a sandwich, packet of crisp and an apple, or something like that for my lunch. Breakfast, I'm just having like either a piece of toast or a cereal bar, and at night a proper dinner. I'm not really into my healthy eating like you used to see when I was TTCing. I just can't stomach things like celery and avocado at the moment. I've gone completely off. I've got to go now. Love to all, friendship to all. Remember to subscribe. See you later. Bye.